Hello Pakistan and welcome to a brand new edition of your favorite request show happening right here on Radio 1 FM 91. Dost kya scene hai? And like we promised, we have someone on the mic right now who is a part of a group that is by far one of my favorite bands ever. Okay, like when you talk about bands that are bringing like something different to the table, bringing different sounds and different vibes and coming together, all three of these guys, okay, there's three people in this band and all three of them come from like different backgrounds, do different kind of music, and they come together and make music that is in itself so beautiful and so pure that it makes you want to bump your head and enjoy it, right? And they're a multi-award winning hip-hop group based in Denmark, formed in 1997, and they've been around for a while. They've been doing their thing. They've got a member who's Denmark and Moroccan background. Then you have a brother who's got a Pakistani background and a Danish background. Then you have another guy who's got a Honduras and a Cuban Honduras descent background. So, these guys have such a, different variety going at it and just coming together and making like a different kind of sound altogether. So really, really excited to have one of the members on the mic with us right now. His own song we've been playing like crazy recently. It's been called this new wave of a different kind of vibe to it, like this Urdu vibe on a hardcore, house beat. It's insane. I'm talking about Apungi Mafik, so you know who I'm talking about. Please give it up from the band Outlandish. We have Waqas Qadri with us on the line. What is up, brother?
I'm just enjoying your voice, man. I mean, no wonder you're like on that radio show. You got a killer voice.
Thanks, bro.
How you doing, man? Really nice to be on the show.
No doubt, brother.
Really appreciate it.
I'm doing well, brother. I'm doing well. We're really excited to have you on the mic. I mean, we've been such a big fan of Outlandish for such a while now, and you guys have been like doing your thing for such a long time. Tell us what's been happening with Outlandish. What is the latest happenings in the band? What is the deal?
Well, as we speak, I just wrapped up a studio session with the boys because we're working on our fifth album, I think it is now,
right?
Which is set to be released after summer, sometime in the fall. So we basically really got our heads like buried in the studio at the moment, creating the tracks. I mean, I think we got around 10 tracks and we need like 5 more.
Wow.
So we really focused on that. At the same time, it's summertime, so in Europe we have a lot of summer festivals. So I mean, we're touring every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
So we can catch Outlandish every weekend. We can just go down to a weekend and catch Outlandish doing their thing, right?
Yeah, I'll be down in Sadr, Karachi, just doing that thing,
No doubt.
We would love to come to PK to do a concert. We have a lot of fans there and a lot of requests to come and do our thing. But I mean, we had the opportunity like twice to come there, but because halat kharab the, so they couldn't really guarantee the security and stuff like that. I mean, we had a charity show in Lahore set up with my brother from Junoon,
right,
based in the US now.
Right, Salman Ahmed.
But unfortunately, that didn't work out. But I mean, in due time, I definitely will be coming to Pakistan with my boys and giving them a culture shock.
No doubt. Okay, well, because I mean, coming back to the band's origin. I mean, you guys have been around for a while now, from the mid '90s. You've been doing your thing with the boys, and first of all, like, all three of you have different backgrounds. I mean, you're a Pakistani brother representing Pakistan, right, in the band, and you're based in Denmark. Yeah. And then you have, the other two members. You got Lenny doing his thing. You got Isham doing his thing. So tell us about how did you guys get together? How did it happen?
Denmark काफी छोटा मुल्क है. I mean, we got like 5 million people. तो ये नहीं होता कि कि ज्यादा लोग तुर्की होते हैं या पाकिस्तानी होते हैं. It's a big milkshake of different cultures living side by side. यानी कि मेरा पड़ोसी जो है वो सोमालियन है, ऊपर जो है वो पोलैंड से है, and then you got मतलब एक मिक्स चार्ट टाइप,
तो एक मिक्स चार्ट टाइप आइटम चल रहा होता है वहाँ पर.
Big mixed chart, katakat, so it's that's how the combination of the three of us came about, and that's what you will see all around, like Copenhagen, especially where we're from. I mean, you just hang out with the people who live around you, right? And this guy, he was Moroccan, and the other one was, from Honduras, Cuba, and then me, the Pakistani dude, and we just grew up together, and music, hip hop, got us really interested back in the early 90s, and we just started to rap and breakdance and all that stuff, and it kind of stuck with us,
right?
And it's not like a fairy tale story or of hard work and blah blah. We did one demo tape and sent it out to like 13 companies who all rejected us, but there was one company who said yes, which was BMG at that time. Right. And they signed us, and we've been with them ever since. We just broke up with them this year actually to go independent. Right. So that's really interesting for us. But that's how we started out. And the inspirations for of our songs, they come from all over. Life experiences. We experience stuff, we see stuff, and we write about it. I go to Pakistan every year. I come to Karachi every year. Nice. Go there and see my cousins and see the family and see the struggles and see the ups and downs, and that inspires you when you take that home and you write about it. I had a really, really special experience, which actually came about on a song. One of my cousin's father, he lived in Saudi, and he used to work there, and it was really hard for him because he was growing up without a father figure, and he was the man in the house, and he had all these sisters, right? And he dreams about going abroad as well, And actually, the song on the second album called "Life Is a Loom," right, is that my worst is actually inspired by his story, and that was on one of my trips to Pakistan. So right, it's like there's endless of inspiration coming from there. Right. Okay. Well, and that has shown in like most of your albums. We've heard music where you guys have always had certain tracks with like meaning within them. Mostly when you hear tracks like Guantanamo, or you hear certain tracks that have that that hip hop vibe. People usually go for the hip hop genre just because it's all about three things. It's either about women, or it's about partying, or it's about how much bling you can splash. But your music has always been about meaning, and with that, recently you guys helped form an umbrella organization which was Music with Meaning, which aims to bring together like mind artists in order to promote and produce inspirational and meaningful music. Tell us a bit about Music with Meaning, like this whole new thing that you guys have started. What is that all about? Music with Meaning. That was like I think it was 3-4 years ago that started, and it's just basically that I don't play a hate, as they say, on people like Lady Gaga, or people making mainstream music, because right, or people or people just going against like Justin Bieber, right? People always say such bad things about him as well. Peace be with him. I don't really care about that. We just wanted to show people that you can make mainstream music. You can make mainstream music and still be number one. Right. It's not like a formula that you have to talk about. Right. About booty banging and that all these things to be number one. Of course, I know that takes up. They have to look at these people doing it, and they do these things. But we've managed. From the first single, alhamdulillah, we've had number one singles in Denmark throughout our career. Right. And it's always been with songs that has meaning. And a lot of people tell us that, hey, but again, if a person, his whole life is about a party, then of course he's going to sing about that party. So I can't hate on that, because that's his life and that's what he does. But of course, the problem is when it becomes a huge industry and we pump our kids and the youngsters with the Jersey Shore and all that stuff. It's right. That's kind of unhealthy for the youngsters to see that's reality. That's probably what the youngsters. I've realized that. It's so cool that you're actually talking about this, because usually artists don't mention these sort of things. But it's a fact that if you show things like Jersey Shore or other reality shows, the kids really think that is reality. It's not. There's certain things in the world which are much better and much cooler out there, which is not all about bling and flash and fun. There's so many things that people can actually discuss and be serious about. So I totally get what you're saying. Also bear in mind that these reality shows, it's entertainment, and we know these shows, and we know people who have been on these shows and people who make these shows, and trust me, if you, I mean, if you go and play a part